dear organizer and dear participants. I'm so proud to be a part of this such important conference today. And my point of interest is intangible cultural heritage, as I'm an ethnologist and anthropologist, and also as a director, because I think in this moment is very important for not only our community, but for our community at all on the global level. And also sustainable development. Now I'm on some kind of education in this topic, intangible cultural heritage and sustainable development, UNESCO learning program. I don't know, we will wait if I pass the program, but I hope so, because it's very interesting when you have a chance to educate myself and to have a chance to educate others. And that is why the theme of this presentation, intangible cultural heritage and sustainable development. So, Mish. Okay. Yeah, when we talk about intangible cultural heritage, that is the convention which is adopted at 2003, and in our country, Montenegro ratified this convention at 2009. And when we talk about intangible cultural heritage, many elements are in connection with the Agenda 2013, when we talk about sustainable development goals. And as you will see at the end of this presentation, how is that connection very important. Yeah, when we talk about intangible cultural heritage and domains in the convention, they are performing arts, social practices, rituals and festive events, knowledge and practices concerning nature and the universe, traditional craftsmanship. I love to say always, in every situation, think global, act local. And that is the way I'm doing possible in every moment. And when I talk about our museum in the Tivat, Museum and Gallery Tivat, we work more than 6 months and adopted finally at the end of 2023 action plan for sustainable development. It was a hard work, but the council of our museum agreed and adopted that document. And that was the first step for develop actions in this field. First, sustainable conference in every sense was in September. Dusan was on that conference. It was very challenging for our small museum, which is also a local museum of the town of the Tivat, and with I can say small team, but very good.
Only 9 of you work in a museum.
Yes, and we have 3 more new employees, and that's good that we must develop many things, and employees also, and museum stronger team to develop many things, not only when we talk about action plan, but when we talk about many things in the museum, because museum role in 21st century is not only to be the place for visiting and watching the artifacts, but we need to go outside of our building and go in the community and make it resilient today, yes, and for the future generation. That was the, as I say, the challenging conference because we need to think about no plastic day, not only that day, but in everyday work, and also sustainable catering, because that was something new for us, and but. Oh, it's it's a little very useful guide. The team of the ocean race sent to us a few days before conference, and it was very stressful to find sustainable catering with no plastic, healthy food, food with own certificate, sustainable, and everything. Yes, 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 but we did it. We did it.
Nobody was hungry.
Nobody was hungry, and 70% of that team was vegetarian.
Yeah.
Also, and that was some kind of way that we are think how to solve every day, but we do finally, and we are very proud, and they are very proud that a little local museum did it, yes, because we were very serious in our dedication and everything. Yes, but we are at the very beginning. I'm very critical when I talk about my work, and critics are good. And then in a moment that we rethink about everything what we do and what we need to change, and that are good things in this on this position, yes. And also exhibition was sustainable and very attractive for visitors of the Ocean Race Europe as a global race and everything. Also, thanks. I want to thank to that Ocean Race team because they do many for the conference, as they were participant in that conference, and many people from around the globe, I can say, participate from their position to give some inputs for further work. Museum team chose step-by-step method, yes, because that was that this action plan was something strange and new for a museum. And when I talk with them, I said, okay, step by step, from day to day, and we will solve and do a little step, and that little steps became bigger. Yes. Yeah, our museum is a member of several international organizations. One of them is Network of European Museum Organizations, and we participate as a member of working group for in process of develop the guide for organizing the community forums in museums on every level, museums, small, medium, or museums as Louvre or the biggest museum, yes. And we did it also. Our example of our activity is in that guide, and we are proud on it, and thankful to the Dušan Medin also, because that example is about focus group research in our museum. Dušan was also in one of the organizers in Montenegro of that research that was very important. And today the museum is on this map, European map, and visible on the global level with our action plan. Also, activities, yes, regarding intangible cultural heritage and sustainable development. When I talk about intangible cultural heritage, I always think, first of all, of a model for sustainability and way of financing it. And that is some kind of main point of my view always, but before 5 years or 10, but today I change many things regarding this convention. Yes, as Dušan said, we organize many exhibitions, workshops, conferences, and also as we are part of the Association of Mediterranean Maritime Museums, we participate in their conferences. The last one was in Spain and Italy also before a few years, and before 2 years was one seminar in Portugal also. It's the theme was about maritime intangible cultural heritage. Yes, we are preparing exhibition named Traditional Wooden Shipbuilding in this November, and in further work we will include storytelling. And every other activity which museums can do, we think about that. Also, we start the listing of intangible cultural heritage in our territory because we do not have anything which is protected from the area where is a museum. This is some game and workshop and catalog of intangible cultural heritage of Montenegro, and the women from local community. She know about traditional costume, women traditional costume, and she is barriers of that skills. And she has a costume more than 100-year-old in her house. When we talk about Convention 2003, I always want to point out the connection with these two conventions, 1972 and 2005, as it is to separate that convention, but they are in some kind of connection, and we in some moments need to think about that. Yes, when we talk about intangible cultural heritage and SDG goals, every element has own color, and every element want to sit close to the SDG that they are connected to. Yes, that is very good sentence. And without thinking about sustainability, we cannot end community, first of all, because convention is need to, when we talk about convention of intangible cultural heritage, I like to say that we need to start thinking and using the community-based approach, first of all. And the models of what are a community-based approach, and the list of that approach is different from element to element. It's very hard to say what are common approaches, but it's not so hard, yes. Yes, and I want to say that, yes, that is also as a community-driven approach is also important. And in the period of global migrations, urbanization, and everything, I want to say that cultural ICH is very important, and more important as time is passing in urban areas, because urbanization eat places, and community lose own place where they maybe used to play some traditional sport games or what else. Yes, yeah. I don't know. I can talk from different points of view on this convention and many problems where we understand and how we understand some elements and to put on the right direction for community. In every level, when we talk about intangible cultural heritage and the domains, we need always to have a person from community, because the convention is for the community, and that was that community driven approach. Yes, that's it. If you have questions.